All right, let's talk about your endpoint assessment, your EPA. Think of it as the final boss level of your apprenticeship. We're going to break down this whole challenge into a super clear, totally conquerable quest. Okay, so here's our game plan. First up, we'll meet your support crew, the people in your corner. Then we'll talk about crossing the gateway, which is just the official start. After that, we'll tackle the two big trials you've got to face. And finally, the best part, how you claim your reward and get that final grade. This is your complete map to success.
You know, every hero needs a team, right? So let's kick things off by meeting our apprentice, Jody, and the key people who are going to guide her and you through the EPA. This is your personal support crew for the final challenge.
Okay, let's break down the players. First, there's you. You're Jody, the apprentice, right at the center of everything. Then you've got Riddle, your line manager at your company. Riddle's got a huge job. They make the final call on when you're officially ready to start your EPA. Olivia is your college coach. She's your guide, your mentor, the one supporting you and advising Riddle. And finally, there's Adam. He's the independent assessor, the one who runs the show and decides on your grade. Knowing who does what is step one to feeling totally in control. So before the real trials can even begin, you have to pass through something called the gateway. Now, this isn't just some boring paperwork. Think of it as the official checkpoint that proves you're geared up and ready to take on the final assessment. You're going to hear this acronym KSBs thrown around a lot. Don't let it intimidate you. It just stands for knowledge, skills, and behaviors. It's basically the fancy official term for all the core stuff you've been learning and practicing. The entire assessment is built around you proving you've got these KSBs down. To unlock that EPA, you've got to tick 4 boxes. First, your boss, Riddle, has to give the official go-ahead. Second, you need to have your level 2 in maths and English sorted. Third, you'll submit a short 500-word summary of what your big assignment will be about. And fourth, you hand in your complete portfolio of evidence. Once all that's approved, boom, your 6-month EPA period officially kicks off.
All right, gateway unlocked. Now for the first major challenge, a real-world assignment that's designed to let you really show off your technical project control skills. This is your chance to shine.
So what's the point of this assignment? Well, it's not just some theoretical essay. You're going to be tackling a real problem from your job, analyzing a project and coming up with recommendations that could actually help your employer. Seriously, pick something you're genuinely interested in that provides real value. Your passion will totally come through. This trial is basically a 3-part performance. It all starts with your big technical report. Then, based on that report, you'll create and deliver a presentation. And to finish it off, you'll have a Q&A session with the assessors. All 3 parts are totally connected. Now for that report, you are aiming for a 6,000-word count. You've got a little bit of wiggle room, about 10% up or down, but that's the number to keep in your head. And you're not expected to do this overnight. From the second you pass the gateway, the clock starts, and you have a full 12 weeks to get this report written and submitted. The grand finale for this first trial is that presentation and Q&A session. The whole thing is scheduled for a tight 60 minutes, 1 hour, that's it. So how does that hour actually break down? Well, you get 15 minutes to present your project. This is your time to tell the story and highlight your amazing recommendations. The rest of the time, a whole 45 minutes, is for the assessors to dig in and ask you questions. And during that 45-minute Q&A, you can expect your assessor, Adam, to ask at least 5 solid questions. They're designed to see how deep your understanding really goes, so be ready to stand by your work and explain your thinking.
Okay, with trial 1 in the rearview mirror, it's time for the second one, the professional discussion. This is less about one single project and way more about you showing off the full range of your experience from your entire apprenticeship.
Now, this is a really important point. Your portfolio is your secret weapon here. It's the evidence you'll use to back up everything you say. But, and this is key, the portfolio itself isn't getting a grade. The grade comes from the conversation you have about the work in it. Think of your portfolio as your book of evidence, ready to go. So, to build an amazing portfolio, you'll want to collect around 14 pieces of your absolute best work. We're talking reports, plans, spreadsheets, anything that shows off your skills. The trick is to map each piece of evidence to the specific KSBs it demonstrates. Oh, and you'll need your manager to sign a statement saying it's all your own work.
This professional discussion is a pretty big deal. You'll have a full 90 minutes with the independent assessor to just talk through your journey, your skills, and how you've grown as a professional.
And during that hour and a half, expect a really broad conversation.
The assessor will hit you with at least 15 questions, and they'll cover everything from safety and ethics to leadership and dealing with stakeholders, all tying back to the evidence in your portfolio.
You did it. You made it through both trials. You submitted the report, you aced the discussion. Now for the moment of truth. Let's see how all that hard work gets turned into your final grade. The grading system is actually pretty simple. First, the technical assignment and the professional discussion each get their own grade: fail, pass, or distinction. Then, those two grades are combined to give you your overall apprenticeship grade, which has 4 possible outcomes: fail, pass, merit, or distinction. And here's exactly how that math works. Pretty straightforward, right? If you get a pass in both trials, you get an overall pass. To get that merit, you need 1 pass and 1 distinction. Doesn't matter which way around. And to get the top grade, a full-on distinction, you've got to earn a distinction in both trials. Simple as that. And the reward isn't just a grade. When you pass this EPA, you also get professional recognition from the Association of Cost Engineers. This puts you at the Incorporated Cost Engineer level, or ICOSTE, which is a massive boost for your career right out of the gate. So, there you have it. The entire EPA quest, completely decoded. You've got the map, you know all the characters, you understand the trials. The only question left is, what's the very first step you're going to take to start preparing for your own adventure?